If you are planning to get married in a church, listen to this. You are about to make the biggest mistake of your life until you do these things. Your friends, colleagues, and parents made the same mistakes, but they are not able to tell you because they know you won't believe. If you still plan on doing it, then make sure you do these things. Before I tell you, make sure you have subscribed to this channel. The first thing you have to do is that make sure your pastor is not forcing you into this marriage. When problems start arising in the marriage, your pastor will be nowhere to be found. Pastors are also having issues in their marriages. And so make sure if you want to do it in the church, it is because you feel you are supposed to do in the church, or you believe you want to do it in the church, not because your pastor is forcing you to do in the church. The second thing is that you are going to recite the vows in the church. Make sure those vows you are saying are yours. It doesn't matter whether it was written for you or someone gave it to you to recite. Make sure you own the vows up. Understand that it is a promise you are making to God and that person. Don't say that the church asks you to recite, so you are not going to own it up. Make sure everything you are saying in that church is something you are ready to own it up. Assume that you couldn't write the vows and someone wrote it for you to speak it. So you are saying it from your heart, not because you were given to recite. The third thing is that understand that the church is a venue, not the journey. And the venue is not so important as the journey, because the journey is more important than the venue. The church is just a place for you to have that exercise, but afterwards what happens is the most important thing. So get that in your mind and start thinking in advance on what you are going to do afterwards, not focusing so much on the venue you're going to have the occasion. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is that understand that marriage is between a man and a woman, not the church and the couple. There are so many instances where the church has been interferences in people's marriage. When the marriage collapsed, the church will find quotations in the Bible to support it. Make sure the person you're getting married to is that person you want to get married to. Think together, plan together, reason together. That does not mean you will not take advice from the church, but make sure your partner comes first before the church. You can go ahead and get married in the church. That is one of the most beautiful things you can have in marriage. But make sure these things are in place before you go ahead and marry in that church.